Hello friends, Astrologer Mohnish here, and thank you for watching my videos on Vedic astrology and financial astrology. Well, today is September 19th, 2025, and September 19 is my birthday. I'm very thankful to all my followers, my subscribers, my viewers, my customers, my students, my clients all over the world who have given me a tremendous love and support. This is because of your support and your love and your blessings that we have reached 700,000 followers around the world. And this gives me the power and the energy to continue work for the world, continue to give my hard work, devotion, dedication towards the divine science of astrology. So my hand fold namaste and thank you to everybody who is watching this video or somehow directly or indirectly you've been connected with me through YouTube or being my client, my customer, my student anywhere in the world. So this is for you. Thank you. I will always be indebted towards your love and the blessings what you have given and showered upon me. And anything in return I can give, I'll be more than happy to give that. In this video, we will cover the global solar eclipse, September 2021, and its impact on the different countries in the world. And these predictions are based on the ascendant sign of these countries. So I will cover USA, India, Israel, Russia, and China in this prediction. And if you're new to my channel, you can always go back and see Astral Astrologer YouTube channel. And the previous predictions we made on the solar eclipse was based on the moon sign, the Rashi of these different countries. In this video, I will cover it based on the ascendant sign, which is equally important when it comes to the mundane astrology, geopolitical events. We see charts from the Rashi also and from the ascendant sign also, and then we create a bigger picture that what is about to happen. Now, again, you can see our past predictions, what we predicted for Trump, what we predicted for the previous solar eclipse, and this is what we mentioned during our predictions made for the year 2025 also. This is 2025 geopolitical and economy, financial economy predictions. This is a video about how the solar eclipse will work out on March 29, the previous solar eclipse. And then we made this predictions that April, May, June, there will be huge markets coming down, financial problems. The war will continue with Russia and Ukraine, and also Israel war with Hamas will continue, and everything is coming out to be the same as we predicted. Now, there's still a very strong probability of world war, and we see where the whole world is now. The war is still not being stopped between Russia and Ukraine, and that is, where the layers are getting thicker and thicker, and the probability of the NATO jumping into this war or the war getting, broaden and widen can easily happen after 2025. As 2025 year had a Shrapit dosha in the sign of Pisces, the religious sentiments, religious wars. So everything is covered in our previous predictions. If you want to catch up, you can always catch up going to our channel. And in this video, I'll cover the solar eclipse, which is, you can see in here, the global solar eclipse starting is September 21. Okay, so September 21, the solar eclipse is happening. And this solar eclipse is happening in the sign of Virgo. You see that sun and moon are conjunct in the sign of Virgo. So what my predictions are based on this, based on the ascendant sign of different countries, I will cover that in this video. So stay tuned. So as usual, I'll share my document with you, which I have compiled so that I don't miss out anything. Again, if we see the solar eclipse, which is happening on September 21, 2025, in the sign of Virgo, right? You can see Virgo here. Moon and sun are conjunct in the sign of Virgo, and it is happening in Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. So Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra is where the right here sun and moon are conjunct, and there's a Veda of Jupiter also on it. So based on that, if we see Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra is linked to partnerships, contracts, and restructuring. Since eclipse magnify karmic shifts, as we all know that eclipse plays a very important role when it comes to a geopolitical reordering or something new happening in the world. So the karmic shift, their placement from each nation's ascendant sign, gives us insight into geopolitical tensions, warlike situations, and natural calamities. So first I will start with Israel. And if you see Israel's chart, where is Virgo? So if we go and see the chart of Israel, you can see Israel Virgo is in the first house. So that means the first house gets the solar eclipse from September 2021. And this eclipse is in the first house means self-identity in national survival. And we know Israel is already in the war. So eclipse in ascendant sign, it is a deep identity crisis, issues of sovereignty and rising security concerns. So this will continue for Israel even next 3 to 4 months after the eclipse. Possible flare-up warlike situations in Middle East, and we know that Israel is now going to attack Qatar, Doha, or many other countries where they find Hamas leaders are being hiding. And maybe that's the reason we saw Pakistan just had an agreement with Saudis to protect them in case of any war-like situation. And the reason is this, because Israel can even go out and attack any country where they see that Hamas leaders are residing or getting a safe havens. So it could be Pakistan, also it could be any other country in the Middle East. So that's the reason the pact has happened. So earthquake, flood, again, the sign is Virgo where this solar eclipse is happening. Virgo is an earthy sign. So you see what happened is the earthquakes, the floods, and things related to the land is where the natural calamities happen. We already saw in India the floods, India, Pakistan, the floods are devastating everywhere, and it's all the causes of the solar eclipse in the earthy sign. And solar eclipse results or uh, their effects are being seen quite widely even before the eclipse happened. And we know that the Pisces, where the Shrapit dosha happened in 2025, also rules a watery element, and the water flood-like events, natural calamities are very, very natural to have during 2025 year. So after this, you will see the solar eclipse that many more flood-like events, earthquakes, volcanoes will erupt. So leadership of Israel will remain under extreme pressure. Sudden changes in the government policy is likely. So you will see that Israel's war will continue even after the solar eclipse, and there would be much, much more tension and much, much more flare of events in the Middle East ever overall. Now, for India, if you go and see the chart of India, you see India's Virgo is coming in the fifth house. It's fifth house. So, what does fifth house means? Fifth house defense, children, creativity, and speculation. So, what eclipse will do it? It will cause more stronger military maneuvers or defense announcements. What India will do. Fifth is also defense and also creativity. So AI, semiconductors, India will start doing a lot of stuff, to build their military strength and their economy based on AI. Education sector, youth movements, and stock market see unpredictable swings. So again, fifth is house of children and youth. You will see some strikes, some movements, some challenges will be seen, which will come upon the government of India also. And the stock market will see, fifth is house of stock market, the unpredictable swings. Creative digital space tech industries will surge. Okay, so there will be more creativity, as I mentioned. But border disputes may also reemerge with Pakistan, with Bangladesh, or maybe with China. Flood, monsoon linked calamities possible. We're already seeing this is happening. This will continue. Okay, this will continue. And there could be also an earthquake coming in the Himalayas region of India, or could be close to Delhi, which is in the north part. So the solar eclipse will trigger all these things in terms of natural calamities or the military maneuvers and defense announcements, partnerships what India will make, because India wants to strengthen its defense tie-up and also its creativity, where AI, semiconductors, they come into the picture. So that is what's coming for India. Now going forward, after India, we'll talk about Russia. Russia is first house again, similar to Israel. So Russia is also in the war with Ukraine. Israel is also in the war. So now you can see, connect the dots, right? Again, self-identity, national survival for Russia. Similar to Israel, eclipse in the ascendant, national transformation movement. Putin may take some strong decisions or may escalate this war to NATO and start hitting other countries like Poland, Germany, even go towards France and London also. Major possible escalation in war strategy. I have been predicting this from almost 6 months now that war will not stop, no matter how much you try. Okay, and Trump tried his best, could not stop it. He even put tariff on many other countries to stop buying Russian oil, but still could not do anything. So this war will not end, and this war is the war which is building the foundation of the world war. The whole geopolitical environment is changing. The new defense pacts, new defense deals are being signed, NATO has to jump into this war to stop this war, and that will flare up into a world war. Earthquakes, flood risk in Russia will be huge. We saw some earthquakes came in Russia recently. There will be even more after this solar eclipse. Military leadership take aggressive moves, strong stance against Western powers. Again, I mentioned this again in our previous videos also that NATO and Russia will go face to face in war very soon. It is just a game of probability. Again, I'm not a god. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm 100% accurate. Nobody can be because again, it's God who is above all us. But the probability theory tells us what is going to happen based on this astrological stars, and planets alignment. So the highly probability of NATO getting into this war is there. If you live in Europe, you will know much better because you listen to the news every day in Europe and how the military buildups are, how the trenches are coming up, how the military practices are going on. You can see that. And Russia is also doing a lot of military exercises just because it's preparing its arsenal to launch a full strike in Poland or Germany or many other European nations. Now, from Chinese perspective, the Virgo is the ninth house. We can double check here. So China is, Virgo comes to the ninth house right here, where Ketu and Sun is sitting. And for China, ninth house is foreign relations reset. Again, we know there's a tariff war, trade war going on in China with the United States. So you will see that China will try to create a new hub, maybe through BRICS, bring new nations in for their trade. So major announcements on trade and global alliances is coming. Push more aggressively on multipolar world order, aligning with Russia. So again, what China is trying to do is, as we have the NATO for the Western countries, China want a new multipolar world order where they may be encouraging BRICS nations to come together, start their own currency, start trading other than in petrodollars, using dollars for oil and gas instead of using dollars, the US dollars. They may use some other currencies, maybe yuan, maybe rubles, maybe in Indian rupees. And China is also trying to get into bringing more nations close by so that they can give eyeball to the NATO or to the European Union or to United States, who is definitely challenging them or threatening them with a lot of tariffs and a lot of trade war going on, as we know what Trump is doing. So pushes more aggressively for the multipolar world order. Trade disputes with the USA escalate. You will see that more about to come. Religious ideologies crackdown possible internally. I know China is a communist country. There's no religion inside it. But I still feel there is minority and religious ideological crackdowns, which may happen in China because there are certain parts of China where there's certain Muslim population lives and China try to curb them, control them. I may be wrong, but what I've heard, and this is what I'm predicting, that this ninth is house of religion. Okay, so religion and religious philosophy and your preaching stuff. So that's the reason I picked it up that because China's ninth house is affected. So any religious ideologies or minorities living in China may find themselves under huge pressure or some sanctions on it. So risk of flood and earthquakes in southern eastern China. Again, this is remaining for the entire globe, entire world. Even in Australia, New Zealand, you will see floods and earthquakes may happen. Even in Europe, like we saw, Turkey has many earthquakes recently in the last couple of years. So this can happen anywhere in the world, not only in these countries. Earthquakes, volcanoes, and flooding. Okay? And finally, for USA, if you see USA's chart is the 10th house. 10th is house of leadership. You can see the chart of USA. 10th is house where this is 10th house where the Virgo number 6 is coming. And that means crisis of leadership, reputation and authority. And we already know what's happening in the United States. There's a lot of killings happening, political assassinations happening. There's a lot of pressure in the government mounting up. There's a deep state in the United States which is trying to control the government also, control the decisions what Donald Trump is making. A lot of, hypocrisy and a lot of, challenges and a lot of reputational and authority crisis US may get into, okay? And that can bring problem and challenges. Shocks in government, presidency, or military command. So maybe Donald Trump, after the eclipse, can take some decision to put some tariff on India or to Russia or on China, or ask the European Union to put sanctions on these countries to stop this war, to stop the countries buying Russian oil. Or he can also minimize the funding to NATO, which can also cause challenges and more polarization of the world, or having NATO getting into the uncomfortable situation with United States. So this can happen with the new policies, new military command. Possible financial market panic. As I said, after a solar eclipse, it's always good not to trade or not to invest much heavily, or always buy gold, because if anything happens in the market, the gold is your best bet in your safe haven. Natural calamities, hurricanes, flood, earthquake, coastal regions will happen. We always we already know that US, especially Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina, they have hurricanes coming in every year. So this year the hurricanes can be even big. Even tsunamis can come also, because it's all water related, and earthy sign, Virgo, the natural calamities will hit the land, and it can hit through tsunamis, it can hit through volcanoes, it can hit through earthquakes, it can hit through floods also. So again, there's a huge vulnerability. So overall, as I said, this will bring solar eclipse will bring challenges in US also. Financial market panic, natural calamities, government and other foreign policies can affect not only US but also the other nations which are closely in tie with US policies, and the nations who are connected with NATO. Now, overall, war risk will be there. Israel and Russia more sensitive because its eclipse is happening on their first house, which is a direct conflict and identity war. The first house is the opposite to the seventh house of your open enemy. And when your eclipse is happening in your first house, it really causes more problem and challenges to your identity, to your sovereignty, and show more like war-like situation. USA-China tension will escalate into trade. Earthquake, floods, as I already mentioned, it will happen. More will happen, and that will cause more challenges in the whole globe, that people will suffer through the water related diseases, earthquakes, and also maybe tsunamis and hurricanes. Now, for markets, volatility sharp, commodities, as I said, gold, crude, they will go up and down, and gold is your safe haven when the markets are showing volatility. So for the markets volatility and timing of the market, I would encourage you to join our financial astrology membership, where you see, when you join from a website, we give you the monthly and the weekly predictions about the stock market, the weekly predictions, monthly predictions, everything is given here, even the best trades what we run, and they give you the profits. And along with that, we give you the lot of stocks. It's not an investment advice, but the where the range of these stocks will remain. And then you can use this for your option trading, which is very, very beneficial. And along with that, we give you the trading indicators. You see, this is a trading indicator running on QQQ 1-day trend chart. It tells you the buy, sell signal, the trade signals. It runs on everything. It runs on any individual stock also, any time frame you want. It will run on 4-hour chart, 1-hour chart, even for scalping, 5 minutes chart. And they're very highly accurate indicators based on artificial intelligence, algorithm based. They can run on 5 minutes chart also, so that if you're a scalper, quick in and out, you can do that. But I would rather suggest option trading is the best strategy if you really want to win the market. Tesla stock, you can see the buy and sell signals are coming here. And there are a lot of things, a lot of videos here which you can watch once you become a member, where you can see the learning hub, how these all system works. You can just watch these videos and learn everything, how the whole system works, what you can gain through it. If you are a crypto trader, this works on the cryptos also, and any stock in the world it works on. So here's the crypto. If we see the crypto market here, here's the Ethereum. You see that the indicators work on 5 minutes chart or 1-day chart, 1-hour chart, whatever your trading style is. You can use both out of indicators to make good, successful trades in the market. So again, my dear friend, this is my prediction for what is about to happen after September 21 global solar eclipse. And you will see solar eclipse effects results are seen before even solar eclipse happens, and even 3 months after the solar eclipse. So stay tuned for more videos. Again, I'm very thankful for you to watching this video, and all your blessings, your prayers. I shall see you in my next video very soon. We also did a Yagya Puja at Devi Baglamukhi's temple. And I will leave you by watching those videos. We offered food to the people who come to this temple to give their prayers to Devi Baglamukhi. And we also did the Yagya for the peace, prosperity, health of the entire nation, entire world, and also our followers and subscribers. So I leave you with some snapshot of those puja, and watch that the holy divine grace of Devi Baglamukhi, how the temple illuminates at night, how the pujas, the yajanas, the havana, and the ahutis, the offerings are being done. So 125,000 offerings being made by us for the well-being and the prosperity of the entire world. Stay happy, stay tuned for my more videos, and I shall see you in my next video very soon. Stay happy, stay blessed, stay awakened. God bless you. Thanks for watching my video.